visitant quelques semaines ici.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and we can continue with the actual important stuff. I mean, but the conversation we just had, not this. Yeah, did I send the link to Sudo? Question is, hello guys, we're starting. My name is Hux. I'm the head of product at Nym. At Nym, our goal is to create an open and private internet for all humanity, and I hope that my colleagues got the live stream link from us. And maybe I'm just going to quickly check on my forward the link that you sent me to my friends, so the other friends can join the community call. I mean the stream.
I have 3 people.
Yeah, so probably let me ping the link to this friend. And then, all right. So they should be maybe joining us, maybe not. Hi again, Hux, other name Daniel. Why we're here today is a very impromptu session. Basically, I really believe in what I do, and I'm trying to, in this day and age when AI agents run free and we are being data harvested every millisecond that we spend online by thousands of cookies, I think it's really important that we create an infrastructure that, helps us to defend our human selves online, like, protect us from all these malicious, all the environment. So at Nym, we're trying to achieve this and open and private internet for all humanity. I mean, most of you who are here with us in Neuchâtel know that what Nym is, but for those who are streaming, maybe don't know, I brought I think the shortest summary that any company can have of what they do. This is one slide. So at Nym, the core product is privacy. It we believe it's a fundamental human right. We believe anyone who wishes to stay private, or anyone should have the right to decide what they disclose to others online, right? It's a very dangerous place. It's full of non-humans which are malicious, but also it's just my business, what I like to share about myself, who I share my records, who I share my metadata with. So our product is a mixnet, which is basically, a mixnet is like if our digital human self is a pack of cards and you're sending this sort of organized data packet, and then it can be monitored and viewed and fingerprinted, so your digital fingerprint is out in the wild visible. Nym is kind of mixing up and delaying this fingerprint so no one can recognize who's actually, what apps are you using. Even if it's encrypted apps, you leave metadata traces. So it's like, it's going to be all very good because this is simply unobservable, the whole data stream, the data fingerprint that you leave if you communicate through a mixnet. And mixnets have been, I think, since the early 90s on white paper. It's never been built. It's like pretty crazy technology to build like a pre-layer to the internet, which is going to slice up, delay your packets, and still put them back together in a way that they cannot really encrypt or decrypt, or no malicious actor can observe any point in the network and know who you're sending or what you're sending to who. Hey, Harry. It's the Nym summary slide, where we at the shortest I tried. Yeah, so that's our core product, privacy achieved through a mixnet first and foremost. But this is very innovative tech and a solution which really needs a lot of sort of fine tuning to give it to everyone's hands. And NymVPN is actually the product that anyone can download today and use to access the mixnet, but also used as a 2-hop DVPN on a decentralized network, which makes it accessible and comparable to other virtual private network providers. So basically, we have this wonderful mixnet under the hood, which eliminates metadata, and next to it, there is an application that anyone can use to lose their metadata, and also use like a 2-hop DVPN run by a decentralized community of node operators, incentivized through a blockchain. Right, so it's a pretty big deal. I think that there's a technology, an innovative price technology, which is actual privacy is available commercially for people through a VPN. And so there's insane amount of complicated, decentralized cryptographic technology under the hood of a very small app store or Google app, which is really hard to, which is, in a way, you don't want to expose it, but also the feature itself that it delivers privacy, you really want to expose, you want to make the users feel that they actually are private. And then I think it's really, really important not just to talk about the tech, but also what kind of, who works on this tech to become reality, who works on enabling privacy for all humanity, right? We have around 7,000 active users per day, people who use
like 5 to 7.
Between 5 and 7,000, but there's quite a bunch of people who every day rely on us to provide them privacy and anonymity. We have a rising mixnet usage number, so which is still very long, like a longer latency and a kind of like it's a less of a new age internet feeling, but more of a private, more intentful internet feeling when you know where you click and you know that you want to minimize your data trace and your kind of packets. So we have these users. We have around 700 nodes operated by a lot of node operators around the world. We don't know who our node operators are. It's a decentralized infrastructure. These people are incentivized through our blockchain fundamentally and a mixnet contract, right? So there's like people operating and groups of people, 700 nodes, which cannot observe these other 5,000 people's traffic, and we don't know neither who the users are nor who the operators are. So this is really hard to pull off, because in a traditional setup, when you have a centralized product, a VPN, let's say, you own the code, you own the infra, you own the data. So, but when your product is privacy, you cannot really do that, because otherwise it's not really privacy, right? Like most of centralized VPNs or like sort of honeypot VPNs exactly do this. They sell privacy, but they collect data and sell the data as business model. But anyways, getting back to our humans. So we have these wonderful operators all around the world, from Brazil through Russia to many interesting locations. And we have stakers, people who put both NYM tokens and stake them onto nodes so they can get rewards and can get to the active set to get rewarded so they can take part in the network. And then we have a company called NymTech SA based in Neuchâtel, which is 40 employees. We are a team of 40. It's 41. Exactly 41. Thank you for we have.
Why not
Yes.
42?
I mean, just one more. Yeah.
On the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a bunch of different people all over the world speaking different languages who don't really. I mean, we can know about the employees. We are three of us are here. Here's our CEO. Two of us are employees here. But we also it's public company, right? So it's nothing secret. But then all these other people we don't know, but we have a singular goal to make the system work, and it looks like it's working. So I'm super happy to dive into deep to the workshop's topic. Yes, question.
I have a question
Yes.
about, do you have a community?
Yes.
Just...
We have a Telegram, we have multiple
Telegram group?
We have multiple language Telegram groups. We have a Matrix community for operators. We have a Discord community for operators and stakers.
Shut down the Discord at some point, but yes.
It's a lot of people, a lot of gamers, a lot of yeah. So there's a debate on whether Discord is an appropriate tool to host one of our community channels. But we have an insane active community and many channels depending on what you're interested in. If you're a node runner, if you're a staker, or if you're just if you're helping us translate the website, because our website I think is live now in 13 different languages, and the app is also available in 13 languages. So this is also about accessibility of the technology, right? So there's all these people working, and the centerpiece of this work is the VPN. It is a network and the VPN. Today, the workshop is going to be about the VPN as a product, because there's this insane amount of mostly unknown people working together on the same tech and behind this like really complicated layers of technology. But at the end of the day, there's a singular vision or interface that all these people see, and that's sort of right now the VPN. And NYM has been around. NYM was founded in 2018, 2018, and the first sort of experimental interface product came out in 2022, which was the NYM Connect, which was a way to proxy a few selected apps through the Mixnet. It was Telegram, Electron Wallet, and like 3 or 4 Monero desktop. It was like a very limited, and you had to not just start the connection, you had to also open the app, put the proxy settings in, and then sort of restart the app, and then kind of it was like it was the first taste of this privacy that we have a VPN now for. Going forward in time, 3 years later, the NymVPN commercial launch happened. This was a year ago, more than a year ago now.
You demonstrated parity in Bitcoin here as well. Like the
true.
Conference.
Yes. So we did a good presentation here too in the Paradigm Bitcoin on that summer when the product was live already. This was probably a more advanced version in the Paradigm Bitcoin conference than this. It was the first interface, and I just want to point out here is that yes, you can connect to the Mixnet and the DVPN mode, and yes, there's servers, and it's a working app. The feature list here, if you look at this slide, there's not so many features. Most VPNs have a ton of split tunneling, kill switch, all the fancy things that people actually are used to if they use a VPN, right? So it's a yes, all that exactly. So this is it's a first version of something, and it's going to mature over time. And the next phase of maturity was this is 2026. So we jumped ahead on the 1-year anniversary. The front of the app, the branding changed for the better. The sort of home screen, the experience of the app is still the same, but the settings menu is not even fitting on the screen. It's like it's a bigger, we actually done the job. The features are there. It's comparable, and pairing up with any other VPN and all the other stuff we talked about before: split tunneling, post quantum, IPv6, ad blocker, split tunneling. All these wonderful VPN features are there and working very nicely. And then the big question was like, where do we take it next, or like how does the future look, and do we kind of create This is a split tunneling view. This is a map. It's like very similar to most other VPN home screens with the bottom menu and then a map.
Maybe have the audience take a look at the split tunneling view in particular if they like this, to explain the problem. This is actually a hard problem.
Split tunneling is a hard problem. So there's
To get people to understand visually what is going on.
Yeah. So when you're on an internet connection, it's not one connection, but all of your apps connect to different servers, and it's like a number of connections. And there's some apps that require more bandwidth, less latency, less bandwidth, more latency. So there's different kind of use cases of what kind of data we send through the internet. And split tunneling is a way to decide which apps go through which kind of channel we design for them. So direct access would be that it's not through a VPN for some reason, because maybe it's you're logging into a KYC government website, then just for like a stupid example, but then you shouldn't really use a VPN because you should really appear with your whole IP. And then you can choose which apps go through a VPN, which like the 2-hop WireGuard amnesia protocol that we have. It's really good if you like stream a high quality YouTube video or like general purpose browsing, let's say. Even I was gaming a lot of Dota on NymVPN to test if it can handle it. It can really handle well even video. Not sure why would I want to channel Dota through. And then you can really select what's going through the mixnet, right? So that's like messaging apps, crypto transaction apps, and all those apps that may be agentic apps also. So all those apps that gonna run well with like less data packets, more latency, and less data overall. So this is like a pick your choice. And the question is to you, the audience here.
Let me zoom in a bit. This is a very hard question. Yeah. So the issue is, again, we have 3 settings. One is super anonymous, which is the mixnet. The VPN is actually not the normal VPN. Again, it's like Tor, multi-hop VPN. Mm-hmm. The mixnet, maybe you get 10, 20 kilobytes a second, about as fast as Tor. The VPN, because there's no mixing, it's like 150, so almost as fast as a normal VPN. It can look slower. And then sometimes the banking applications, they don't want to use any of this. There's some anti-VPN stuff or something. So how do you display this? How would you
in a way that makes sense?
In a way that makes sense. You say, okay, I want my cryptocurrency wallet to use the mixnet because I'm concerned. I'm just streaming Netflix. Maybe I just want to be fast. But it's like a 3, or like what did you Netflix? Yeah, do I just
Netflix
do connect?
is direct, for example.
So I can pick only one, right? Or I can
See,
use.
this is wondering maybe if
one.
you could only click one, and so I'm wondering if a movable button makes more sense because people will try to click 2. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It could be a toggle too.
You think it should be a better as a toggle or no?
It's not obvious that I should select only the one. I definitely will try to select all 3, and after that, I will realize that I can select only one. The interface doesn't tell me this. Probably I don't know. Probably
very good.
Is to provide the sense.
There's like 3. There's 3.
The 3-way toggle.
Like
the 3-way toggle. Radio button.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait.
It's analog for that.
But this is the workshop for, because I actually do have the radio button version of this. We just we don't like
but
this is
not the case.
Yeah.
Just it's interface. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you will do the best interface solution.
We need some feedback, right? So this is why we're here.
Okay. It's nice. Okay. Yeah, generally it looks less, and then all the interfaces of Nym. I don't know even the one person who trying this application and telling something bad about the interface.
Oh, okay, good.
No,
but look at this. Why don't you, Huck, zoom in on this? The toggle as well.
this guy.
This looks
Do you think that's better than what we have now with the 2 separate buttons, or no?
I think there is no big difference. Okay, I like this one more than to get 2 separate buttons.
You think this maybe?
I think this is kind of better.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think users will use the best one and the new one also because they're all okay. Let's say.
So what I have with me is just basically an even newer version of the interface with even less buttons, and then even a playable demo. So we can spend more time here. I'm just making a vote in the audience because you're guys here, and then let's find. So we can do this exercise with the two newer interface bits, and then kind of the whole home screen function, and then there's a bonus question with the wallet integration that I already mentioned the agenda in the beginning.
Okay. So let's see if people think this looks better than what we have now or not.
We'll return.
Nope.
Yeah, no worries. So then this is our best current idea of how to make you feel that you're having a private connection. Dark skin version, there's a light skin version too. Maybe shut the lights.
Yeah, but you spoke about the sphere. It's not very.
You think it's kind of it's a bit dark, yes?
So here the idea is that the current interface, if we just go back and imagine the current VPN interaction here, that this here is a little bit of cognitive overload because you have button looking like thing, connection time, different modes, connection. So it's maybe it's all a little bit kind of.
Maybe to illustrate, so some users. So when you disconnect, I mean, if you haven't used NymVPN Health, we'll give you free. So some users, they press this. But we have seen people get confused and try to press this. Because it looks a bit clickable, yeah. Like it could be clickable. And it kind of says, and also if you notice, there's a lot of different colors going on. Like red is disconnect. Green, I mean, maybe not so obvious to people. And also, yeah, anyways, keep going maybe.
Yeah. So here is.
Sorry.
Just.
Okay.
So the idea here is that there is one button only, connect or disconnect, right? There is basically one button. The settings is there, of course. The mode sector is here because that's the real deal. That's the VPN versus the mixnet stuff. So that should be on the main value here. Is that exposing that? And there's an easier way to either connect to the best server for my location or a random server at my location. So basically, like it's a very aided way of achieving privacy for a user in the end. And then this has, you connect. The animation. I have this. Maybe I show the demo now because this is to make it see how to imagine this. It's a illustrative demo version. So there's maybe I don't know. When connection, there's like an aperture ring. It closes on. There's a simulated failed connection, so it's reconnecting by itself. And when it's connected in fast mode, it displays your IP. It gives a slight visual cue that it's on, right? There's something the protection is active.
I have a big question. I mean, should this be like bigger? Should there be some graphic that animates when you're connected?
What is the data? It's the
No, it's a packet illustration. Like the question here on the home screen: how do we make you feel that you're protected, right? Like how can we epistemically make you okay, I'm like safe. So what visual cues? Bigger.
So the main problem VPN users have is knowing if it's on.
Basically, yeah.
And if it's on, if it's not working, they get frustrated. And if it's off and they think it's on, they also get frustrated. So this is literally And so the question is...
the green is enough.
You think the green is enough, so this is not necessary.
But for the people that don't see the colors...
Yeah.
The animation you think could be good for them.
Yeah.
You need
very good point.
Animation or a build that show that they are protected.
No, it's
because
true.
It's like 10% of the people.
But it's all humanity in the beginning. We said no, so like I think
most humanity. A lot of people are blue-green blind. Actually,
yeah,
that's true.
My dog too. All dogs now. I think it's better now for
But the little things there, I don't see it that it's secure. It's just an animation.
So
I see it's
what if
protected build.
One thing we could actually do is maybe this could be like a live, kind of not a live data packet, but an approximation or an illustration of your own data. So you could actually kind of quasi-visualize your own data when looking at the VPN. It's actually like, oh, okay, this like when you have lots of apps open, it's like faster and
Well, you
more
know what we
packets.
could do with this? Yeah, I think you're right. But one issue you have is when the VPN is on, and if any of you used NymVPN, sometimes it's on and you're blocked. This is very frustrating, right?
Yeah.
But it's on. But so maybe what you could do is you could only have this, maybe make this bigger. The square is bigger, so it's more obvious what it is.
Yeah, bigger, I think is better.
Only animated when you're actually sending data. So if you're blocked and it's on, this goes away. Nothing is being sent. And if you're on, maybe it's being sent.
It's like in the hospital. How do you say the
AKJ.
AKJ? Yeah, like the proper.
But
Like a heartbeat, but maybe you could also be more like a sine wave, like a wave maybe? Like it doesn't have to be flat.
But the best sign that it's international, I think, about protection is a shield.
Yeah, we could use shield.
Yeah.
We avoided using a shield because the shield is mostly used by Brave, but now they're going to be our partner, so so we can use it without feeling like we can infringe them. So you would maybe put a shield here over the globe rather than the globe?
Yeah.
It's like it's a force fieldy feeling that I went for here, kind of like the Star Trek, like when the force field is active, like the ship is protected. So when you
or a mask.
A mask,
And you can have different masks if you are on the mixed net or not.
Well, show him. We have a problem, because we think this should somehow change when you're on the mixed net. We don't know exactly how to change it. So why don't you show him?
Yeah, so I'll be reconnecting mixed-net mode, and then the current sketch is that it's going dark because you're indistinguishable.
Maybe that's too subtle.
Yeah, maybe that's too dark also. Maybe there's
dark.
yeah. I mean, this is like
when I see that, I said there's a problem.
Okay. Very good feedback. That's why you're here. Very good feedback. Yeah.
But do you think maybe like an anonymous mask would be like the Guy Fawkes?
But then again,
maybe it scares people. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I think if they use
they want the Guy Fawkes mask.
They agree.
What do you think, Sebastian?
That's actually a good insight. Maybe I would sorry, Sebastian.
The best animation to me it can trick some customer because you can make you think about a network of satellite. Do you remember the last animation?
Yeah.
Which we are not.
Yeah.
Well, we are maybe in the future. Yeah. Starlink we were discussing, but slowly.
I really see when you use the VPN, you're protected, so a shield.
Yeah.
When you are anonymous, you have a mask.
Yeah.
Perhaps because right now and color having color could be great.
Do you think the green is good for protection or no? I mean, is there a better color like blue or I don't know?
I think, it depends so much on the culture of the colors.
So the behind green, there's a fair amount of argument. Nature, calmness. Hospitals are green for the same reason, basically protection. Green is one of the most calming visual colors to look at for humans. Sorry?
If it's not green, I don't go on the internet. I don't use the application.
So if
red is stop.
But this is red is problem, proposing problem, and then the green button is the solution. So like I think this is a really nice keyword.
Do you think that is intuitive keeping? Because the other option would be to keep the connect button but not make it green, to make it all gray or something. I don't know. What do you feel? Green?
I think for connect, green is great.
Okay.
Protection.
But what I think it's because when I used the NymVPN, I never know. I change on fast or anonymous, and sometimes I don't know what I use.
There's no difference.
The most important thing is to make the difference
Between fast versus anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and I think it's a bit unclear now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Could we change the little emoticon that we have on the screen? Normally, when your VPN is on, you have a little.
Like the top bar.
Can we have a different emoticon if
Yeah.
we are connected in the mixed mode?
Emoticons we can have. So like this also working like smiley face or yeah, or current
they
like
like the smile. People like the smiley face.
yeah. So we also have an emoticon here. I'm connected to the VPN now, so I disconnect. It's
But with
empty.
this icon, you can only see if you're connected or not. Not the mode of
Connecting.
connection mode.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. And maybe the connection
True.
mode. That's actually
True.
very good.
True.
We know
Yeah,
the connection
yeah,
mode should
yeah.
be up there. But I'm sorry, here.
Yeah.
We should have a difference. Maybe the connection mode could be the Guy Fawkes mask or the shield or something.
Yeah, mask shield.
A mask or shield, and we put the shield here or something. If because this looks more like a power button, like it's on. Like it's not.
This is the connecting phase now, so it's not connecting.
It's connecting.
It's being connected. You can check.
Okay. Is it?
Choosing best servers.
Give it a second. Okay.
All right, and then there's the idea of making kind of the counterpart of this, because there are some people who think that this is there's the people who want to see the Guy Fawkes mask, but there's also people who think that that's a bit dark and scary and too cypherpunky, and then there's people who like light
It
skin.
looks like you're gonna buy
Yeah,
things
so like-
over the internet. You know.
No one's a criminal here, and then basically this is kind of the feel good version, or the very
light
human
mode,
light
yeah,
mode,
light mode.
as the name says, like light. Yeah.
Yeah, all the question. Yeah, if you can choose if you are in light or dark one.
Absolutely.
But
Well, show him how we choose now, because maybe he doesn't see. We can choose. Go to the app itself.
yeah, but the question is, it's what about marketing. A lot of VPN are proposed and sponsor videos on YouTube and yeah. So and we know
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
But for the people, I think it's not a bad thing that you show that you're different.
Yeah.
Because because having something more cypherpunk, yeah, perhaps it's less
Mainstream.
people friendly.
Yeah.
But it shows what's the product,
Yeah.
and perhaps
So this is a very good thing that you brought this up. It's quite a big debate, because if you want to enable privacy for all, like everyone because I believe everyone should have privacy, right? Like, how do you visually choose the approach to? Because if I of course my favorite, I like this version better, but that's just my aesthetic bias in a way, because I also use in dark mode the browser, and I kind of don't associate this with bad things. I like the nighttime too, But then, fair point that my mom probably is not our customer, right?
Yeah.
Like my mom not gonna buy our VPN because she's doesn't even know what VPNs are. So why would she buy the VPN? But the question is there?
you have films she like.
She loves sci-fi. She understands all these surveillance capitalism and everything, but she's like, I'm like,
I guess my question, also the question is, how many cypherpunks are there? Right, it's an interesting question. Or how do you say?
A lot of people, I think, for the first customers,
Who like the dark?
it's people that are not cypherpunks, but they
would like this.
They are informed about the risk, and they know who are the good, the white hat, and who are the data leakers. VPN.
Yeah.
In terms of the demographics,
Yeah.
what's happening, I'm reflecting upon what's happening in France these days.
Uh-huh.
Not just in France, but France seems to be particularly stricken by huge attacks affecting institutional organization
Mhm.
and businesses, etc. And so I think people realize that the amount of data that's being leaked and that exposes their own confidential information is huge. It's not decreasing. Now with the announcements from Apple and all these things, all those legislation that are being passed at the moment regarding, the need to declare whether you're below or above 15 years old, people start to realize that it's about basically tracking you. So I think you don't need to be a cypherpunk to realize that your freedom is being targeted or is being diminished, and that your access. Yeah, so it's about freedom and it's about privacy that is becoming needed because you can get. So I think the demographic might.
Gets bigger. You think?
In the
Grow
coming couple of years.
Hopefully. Well, show how you switch the mode on the app now. See if this is intuitive for people. So you have, this is the dark mode. And can you switch the light mode or no? I thought there was a little, at least.
What is important? The cypherpunk and the people
So-
that see important privacy don't care about
There you
the mode. They use it because they know that it's the best product. I think.
Thanks. I forgot.
I think it's important to target the random people because the people well informed don't care about
that's
light
true.
or dark. If it's the best tool, okay,
Fair point.
you change it in the
fair point.
settings, and perhaps you don't look at your VPN every 10 minutes. So it's not. I think you have to target the random people, but for this, our opinion here is not representative. So
Perhaps there's the risk of, if you're sort of adopting kind of a mainstream outlook, look or appearance, people, it's not necessarily good. People have heard about NordVPN because they've become really some sort of very, used tool. But I think people are realizing that those VPNs are not fulfilling their jobs, functions. And so maybe if you maintain some sort of character or some
Personality, no?
Yeah.
But the problem we have is this really demonstrating personality? I think it's functional,
This is not.
but I'm not sure, people think it's kind of functional. So we're trying to make something that looks compelling.
Looks as cool as it is under the hood, right? Like that's kind of the idea. How do we make it? Yeah.
Feel I safe if my entry point is Oceanus staking?
I don't know.
I mean, what we can do is can come here
No,
and
I know, it's just a name.
But do you think?
It's just a name, but
so
if I have to choose
So here,
about my security,
Would you choose Oceanus?
the name that we see
You'd want
could
to
be
see some sort of
important
rating.
because security is something second.
But let's go back. I want to show you another big question we have, which is, should we even display the name to people? So we go back to the slide, because maybe we should just display the IP address.
So
These names don't really mean anything. So we could see here, we're looking for a server, and then we just tell you you're in France. But here,
and maybe it's
zoom
Oceanus,
in.
maybe it's not Oceanus.
Croissant, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe, I mean, is this,
Croissant.
do you want to, or do you want to connect to, because this is your new IP
It's not
address.
professional. It's it's numbers. It's cool.
Do you feel the numbers is more professional, yeah?
No,
I don't know. I
I
mean,
want some reputation.
Yeah.
I would expect the service provider to score
Yeah.
either in terms of functionality, speed,
So, yeah.
but also security.
Why don't you show him how we score now?
Yeah,
But
that's
you know
fine.
what? This is a good point because maybe we could put the score. Okay, go back.
I just want, okay.
Okay. So we could put a score like here, but go back and show how we do the scores. Try to select something now.
So currently,
We do this. We do have scores.
yeah.
So these are the scores, but I don't know if this is intuitive for people. Like that green, go somewhere shitty. Like I don't know, somewhere no one uses.
There's
Find a place with some bad scores. Like
Cambodia maybe.
yeah, like so Cambodia is not looking too good, right? It's yellow.
Or security.
What?
This is about
So
This is like a
technical performance, right?
it's speed really,
Yeah.
because they all have the same security. To be honest,
But for those who are those people running this not so speedy node in this case, that's the other thing, that there's this little profile page and there's even an exploit, like you can go further down and know more about the operators, and then but this is like delegate to back a stronger private internet and receive rewards, all oceans nodes at .com. There's like the website given there where you can check their website of what they tell about themselves, and then there's a Telegram channel where you can subscribe for updates. Basically,
That's the proof of this authorization.
yes, but this is not this service provider's trust core. You're right, and then we're working on it because we have to ensure that one decentralization, and that we have to introduce kind of like imagine like a blue tick mark, like right, that we know that you registered all your nodes, that we know that we're not going to connect those nodes in the same route, for example, the node families. The idea is to disallow an operator to own the entire route of your packet, so it can potentially observe all the patterns. So then we need to incentivize people to do the config by saying that, okay, you're a legit operator because you've done this step, you declared all your different nodes, so we can disallow you to observe the user's packets.
but let's go back. I mean, we really have to make a hard decision here because we have to deploy this. Do you think it's better? Maybe we do a show of hands to display the name of the node or the number. How many people want the name?
On the home screen, though.
On the home screen.
Yeah.
You want the name? How many people want the name? How many people want the number, the IP address?
This is
We should probably show that.
fairly IP address.
Because it's more anonymous. You have a service to be anonymous.
And you get an anonymous number.
And the blue check mark, maybe.
If they want to have all the little information,
Yeah.
they can, but mostly random people. We have the connect and then don't look at, they trust you.
Exactly.
And maybe-
because they trust us, yes, that's the point. So they trust the service provider, not the Oceanus, whatever. It's our job to
But
have. Yeah.
why the people will trust you? Because they know that some people are not trusting you,
Yes.
and they can verify,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Bitcoin code.
Don't trust, verify.
Don't look
Yeah.
at all
Yeah.
the commits on
Yeah.
Bitcoin code, but I know that there is review
Exactly.
and competent people are
Yeah.
looking for that.
You probably want to hide as much complexity as possible for the layman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not necessarily the layman. I've installed this. I've used the VPN. I find it a very good and appealing product. But I'm not
Thank
yet. I'm into the use of the actual functionality
Yeah.
you're deploying because it's already too complex for me.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
true.
the time.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
Cognitive overload, no? Like a
I'm
little
okay
bit.
to
Yeah.
do the effort if it's about Bitcoin because that's my thing.
Yeah.
But I'd like, as a preliminary step, to just guide me by the hand, just
Yeah.
like this one.
So
Click here. You want to be in USA? Click here.
and this is super much like, this is very much in line with what we're trying to achieve here. And sorry for this cutoff in. Maybe.
Best seller for my.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna have, this is like the near future UX. So we're gonna have let me zoom in on this a bit. So little dice, random location, because if you want to like whatever, just the next one, right? Or like whatever, just give me something random. And this is like the best location. It's quite tricky to, it has to be like a logic tree protocols because we don't know basically. So it's this is a logic that we need to bake into the app, which is approximate that everyone who clicks that button gonna get potentially the best. Yes.
For me, if I click fast, I'm afraid that it will be cheaper. So, is it cheaper to go on fast or versus anonymous, or is it just that you make the selection?
Yeah, so there's no price difference. So currently it's a flat rate that you pay based.
Not cheaper in price, cheaper in
The quality.
quality.
Okay. No. It doesn't mean that. It means that we try to find somewhere relatively near to you with decent enough speed, that you can connect to. It's a trade-off.
So actually,
Maybe a quick, maybe a small, like it's not a reminder, but just explanation. Okay, you don't lose quality. We just do that, and you can close when we have read the small sentence.
We have hover.
Intermediary step that you can provide. Okay, you bring a bit more transparency in the type of trade-offs that can be made. Now maybe you say, okay, I want this trade-off, more speed. I want this trade-off, no compromise whatsoever on security, privacy.
Maybe it's like, those apps that you have to click some buttons before the app starts, like, do you want to use this? And are you like this kind of person who, like, kind of like an onboarding little ritual, but you can just, so extra information, we can add an extra hover and like all this stuff that gonna explain more something, but the tailored, like what's important for you as a user, that I don't really know. I don't even know that you're a user until you tell me now that you're a user, right? So the question is like, how do I make sure that you set your own experience the best way? And the current kind of, this is the current best, and there's probably so many other solutions down the line, but the current idea is kind of this folding. The more you drag up the thing, the more complex the setup, and it then goes back if I'm connected, right?
So let's,
bigger viewport.
So maybe we should explain a little bit. Go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back. Can you go back or no?
You mean disconnect?
Oh no! Go to the initial screen. Okay, so how many people, when you use NIM, what is the first thing you do normally? You have to find a server, right? You have to exit. So I don't know if people found this difficult. Some people complained. Starlink complained. So it's okay. We will try to make it so you get a server automatically that's super fast.
Yeah.
But we had a big debate. Do you want the server which is closest to you, or the server which is closest to you but in the country next door? Because
depends. But if you really have the sense of anonymity, or you will choose.
But what for default though? What is the issue for default? Should we do the?
I think
Just the country for default.
yeah, the same country.
Same country? Okay.
Yeah, and it's not working. You change the server, or if
Yeah.
for random people they are looking for just is it working? If you can have the fastest
server.
rate, but
Because you shouldn't have both the entry and the exit.
We have a
Okay,
question
keep going.
there, like a
Maybe for the explanation, or
Yes.
like if you want to have some more information about the trade-offs, like put a tutorial button, and if you are interested, like you click on it, and if you don't need the explanation, like you skip it. So that way, beginners know what the trade-offs are, and like advanced user just skip that.
like what you guys all saying, and just let me try to synthesize it. I think you're saying that this should be an educational tool as well, like helping you understand the choices that you make, because you're interested in actually being private, or interested in being private and then being next door, but so the app should really be this more like a capability training thing that you're going to learn. What if you choose this? Like kind of, I really like that.
If you take the nearest country, perhaps around the world, the nearest country is not friendly.
That could be true, yeah.
And if you are against your own government, you will change it if needed.
Yes.
So the question you were asking, do you asking for a first onboarding of a customer on NIM, or me as a user when I open the app first time of the day?
First time you open, yeah.
First time you open it, for me, what I expect is let's say I'm a user, I don't know very much what I'm going into. On the onboarding, instead of sliding, this choice you ask us, do I want the fastest, the nearest from another country, having some kind of copy asking me what I want.
Oh, so you could put it in the like a question in the setup screen you first installed.
Or no, like on the startup, because
On the
other
startup,
day there you might travel to a different place, or might be an office day for you. Then you need the same country.
What kind of use I want to make
Yeah.
a name. So as a first user, the onboarding asks
That's
me
very
what
good.
I want.
Yeah.
And after that, as a usual
Daily,
user of the
yeah.
application, I can choose when I relaunch the app. Do you want to connect to my favorite server, to the fastest near my place, to the fastest in a particular country? And that might be a setting in the user preference.
So let me explain a little bit about Tor really quickly, because this is why is Tor so slow? NymVPN is actually faster than Tor in general, particularly fast mode. And slow mode is around the same speed. And the logic is what Tor says is going to give you a random server to begin with and a random server to end. So in Tor, you never choose your servers. But users actually want to choose servers because maybe you want to watch Netflix in the US. I don't know. There's often reasons you want to choose. And often with Tor, because the servers are chosen randomly, you get a bad configuration. Like your server, you're in Switzerland, the first one's in Japan, the second one's in who knows. So this is the main source of the slowdown of Tor. So we said is actually what people want, and I think I was maybe wrong here, is I said people want to be protected from where they are. And the logic is like, if I am a government or a powerful actor and I'm trying to reveal your identity and I see you're connecting it to two servers, in order to get that data, I will have to call both those two servers. And if you're in Switzerland and one server is in, I don't know, Austria, and the third server is in Croatia, it becomes more complex because you have to call like 3 different jurisdictions. This is also the logic of Tor, but we try to optimize it so it's so you're not going all the way to Japan, because there's not a big difference between calling Croatia and calling Japan. I mean, this was our theory.
I understand your point.
Yeah.
But most of the people
Don't care. You think.
just don't care.
Yeah, it's true.
They will download the application on Google Google Play, and they will pay with a credit card.
Yeah.
The reality of anonymous, the tool to be really anonymous as user of Nym, we know here how to make it.
Yes.
I did, I use the right store, but in reality, most of the people, when they download, they pay the Nym, they don't care about the data.
Yeah.
Mostly, you have two targets. There is the people, they want to be anonymous, they will pay you with cash or with Monero, and it will work. And for these people, all the UI is not so much a problem because they understand what they use. The question is for the random people, and for that, I think the best choice is having a panel of random people, and there are 2 choices to make: fast or anonymous. So you have to explain what's the difference. Perhaps not in little details, but you want it fast because you want to streaming, and anonymous because you want to be anonymous.
So maybe when you switch, there should be a little explanation.
The question is about the server, but what is important for the server? They have
Should we finish on the hour or?
Have a good association where you can use the VPN, so it must be quickly. And second, they have to be informed. I think if you are
serious number,
so to show in which country they are, it's very clear. Perhaps like you show that the ranking as you
the verification by us
because if they have to choose, it's important they know why they choose. And in reality, it doesn't change a lot what you choose, but
it's all about the feeling and the trust and kind of the education part, like knowing why something is protecting you.
If privacy becomes more important for them, they will change how they pay the NIM subscription. They will try to different server in different countries, and mostly I think you have to target for the UI is the random people, and if they feel secure inside, perhaps the dark one, I don't know, the dark one looks more, we are anonymous people in the dark. Perhaps they have this feeling and the dark mode, but the most effective way to have an answer is having a panel of random people.
Yeah, we should get a panel. You're all specialists.
Which are the
That's true.
market segments that you've identified so far?
It's an unbelievably hard job for us to figure out who our users actually are, but I think that basically we have a solid, stable growth of user base, which means that we're, kind of in the right places, slowly kind of picking up the people who appreciate the technology under it. So I think that it's, some of you have already VPN subs here, so it's kind of like Bitcoiner, crypto people, privacy aware people, hackers, tinkerers, intellectuals, also curious people who want to know more how the internet works, right? Because this is more about how the internet
I think that, there's also, we do know how we're paid.
Yeah,
so the majority of the users, Seb, you can correct us if I'm wrong, I think are European, North American. Half the people pay by credit card.
Half crypto.
Half by crypto. Of the crypto, so this is half of what
part is growing.
Crypto part is growing.
Much more rapidly than fiat.
Credit card is,
And then of the crypto users, so 1/2 or 1/3 of the crypto users are Monero, maybe 1/3 Bitcoin, and 1/3 like random things.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of Monero people and a lot of Bitcoiners.
For sure.
And so this means 1/8 of our user base are Bitcoiners, 1/8 of our user base is Monero, 1/8 are doing who knows what with weird coins, Zcash, Ethereum, who knows. And the rest are credit cards. We think it's a split between crypto people and kind of privacy people that maybe not know so much about crypto.
And your goal is to
we don't even
this particular audience, or also to
we don't know if we've reached. We suspect there must be more than 5,000 Bitcoiners who would use this VPN.
Yeah.
Maybe 5,000 is too much, but we feel
there is Bitcoiners and Bitcoin.
Very true, but that's very. So I think that there's a lot more, the same groups, a lot more users for us, and maybe a nicer UI, a more helpful setup, or more information more education about the choices you make, how they influence your privacy. So helping people to make their choices better with the node selection, so for sure. That's there, but maybe there's other this is the random people. The random people we couldn't really pin down the random people. We did some campaigns that didn't work out quite well, even though we tried the best to
But I think you have the best product.
Yes.
So the informed people will know that your product is not random.
That's
VPN centralized. So if they adopt. What the random people make for everything, they ask to specialists.
Exactly.
And the specialists use NIM, and if they ask what is the best VPN, or they are looking perhaps a video on internet about privacy, and there is specialists that speak about NIM, but the experience of these people should match what they expect.
Yes.
Do people speak about it? You are at the dinner or you at the office and you speak, what is your VPN? Because I think you're...
People, and what we have found is people in countries where there's censorship discuss VPNs a lot.
Yeah.
So
in countries with not so much censorship, they don't talk about it so much. But if you're in China and your VPN works in China, like,
In reality, I'm not a specialist, but I know about privacy, so I understand how it's works.
Yes, exactly.
Globally, so I use NIM because I think it's better.
it is the best.
But it looks like in the coming years, more and more people
But
are going to learn
people
about
from my
VPN.
family,
Yeah, exactly.
for
Okay,
VPN, I
if you didn't know what a
recommend the,
VPN
and
is
that's the
last
big
year,
specialism.
now you know, right?
Yeah.
So increasingly people will know about the importance of VPN, right?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's going to grow because they're going to use
I love the
they're going to
combo.
do these age verification rules all over Europe and these identity rules. Hopefully not in Switzerland. Alexia will give us an update later if you want. But as long as, but it's going to force people to use VPNs.
Yeah,
Like people, because you will not be able to access the internet
so like in
without one, really.
Our Russian site traffic has been skyrocketing. Our UK site traffic is also picking like really up. French also, like everywhere where they ask
Discuss the
discuss the topic. It's kind of it's visible that what you're saying is appearing, and that's,
because even ordinary people, they don't want to really KYC just to use the internet. I mean, it's a bit weird. Okay, I have to scan my face, my card. I mean, it's viewed as a bit authoritarian. Let's go. I really want to. Do you like the white versus the black? Can we just get like a hand showing?
We should choose both. Users
No,
should
I'm
choose.
just wondering.
I have a problem with the red. When I see the red, for me, I'm not protected. But I need to read, okay. Okay, you're not protected, okay. It's weird.
This is like very initial design, so it's going to be more.
You are protected.
Yeah.
For the European application, it's like, did I make a mistake? There's a wrong message, it's red. Did I do
True, but how? Yeah.
Oh
True.
yeah.
Maybe
True. Yeah.
Instead of displaying the Earth, why don't we use some animation or some image that can actually show to the client the difference between the fast mode and the mixed net?
Yeah. Well, the plan with the Earth.
The entry nodes.
Yeah. Well, the plan with the Earth is that when you collect the nodes, we like light up where you are on the map, and then because a lot of VPNs do this, and you press the Earth, you kind of zooms in to where you are and where you're coming out, because it's somehow people. I don't know. People like the map. I don't know. Maybe not, but I think we need some graphic to show if you're on the anonymous versus the not anonymous. Like what is this? Which maybe this little stuff is not enough. We need to think it through again.
Yeah, but if you think that you want to click to anonymous mode and then you're going to show an image on Earth, they're going to show exactly where the customer is.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
guy, just
this
click
looks
anonymous.
Yeah, so maybe that's what he said. Maybe this should be a mask or should disappear or a shield or something. Like not the Earth.
First of all, this blue halo
Mhm.
around the Earth, I don't like it.
Okay, that's good to
I don't
know.
why it's here. Sorry?
I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, so I think it disturbs and it looks cheap to me, this blue thing.
Okay, that's good to know. We will get rid of it.
For me, NIM is excellent in terms of the design, the symbolic or the architect, those designs that you've got.
Mm-hmm.
There's a consistency in their use, and it's highly how would you say, geometrical.
Mm-hmm.
It's about lines and nodes.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you're introducing in the app
Stuff.
an analogic picture of the Earth is disturbing me.
You don't like. Okay, so you
I
prefer.
agree.
Perhaps there's a way to bring greater granularity
Yeah.
to the representation of the Earth without being fully analogic.
Yeah. No. I mean,
Makes sense.
well,
Like,
that's
good
a good.
feedback,
That's a
yeah.
good point. Just wondering how many people like the Earth versus dislike it. Just raise your hand. You can be honest. I won't even look.
I would like
Two dislikes for sure.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you could fuse, like bring them together, like this.
Like Earth with this
This level of granularity you prefer,
Yeah.
with like the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like the
We can do a zoom.
representation of this.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Very good.
Very good
feedback.
feedback. Yeah. Thank you so much. We actually like 10 minutes over, and we can go 5 more minutes with the stream and the.
Well, show them the
mics.
wallet stuff, though. We have to see the wallet.
That's-
stuff.
that's
We
even
need
less
them- These are
developed.
wallet specialists, so we need to know.
Okay. So I didn't even bring it.
The wallet of NIM.
Well, because what we're doing in NIM 2 is we're merging the wallet and the app. So when you start NIM, what is better than a VPN? A VPN that you can make some money with. So you have the VPN on your computer, you press a button, and you can start earning NIM token, money, Bitcoin, like we show. You share your bandwidth. This is not just a marketing trick, because when you want to break the Chinese or Russian or maybe soon European firewall, there are two things to break the firewall. One, you have to have like a protocol that looks like normal. We already do this. This is the quick protocol. But the thing that we do not do is you want a lot of different IP addresses and a lot of randomization of the IP address, because they cannot catch them all, right? And so maybe show this, because this is how we think would be interesting for people. The start node button. So you would press start a node. You would get an address. You could see the bandwidth. Maybe you can explain this. You did this, Huck. I mean, not me.
So the reason I didn't want to pull this up because the others look cool and this looks like a two-year-old.
This is a bit old, but
it's
it's
a
the
bit
best
old
we
school
have.
draft, but functionally, yeah.
Your phone becomes
So the idea is that your phone becomes your wallet. The phone becomes a wallet, and you can also spin up a residential ID that you can circumvent other people. So you can offer your IP for people to circumvent censorship.
And China and Russia.
And that you can get paid for that, so you can claim rewards. If I'm in a restricted region and you offer your IP, I can, you put the node up, and I can connect to you, circumvent censorship, and I can basically, pay you NIM tokens for that service to me.
So I'm a Chinese guy. I pay $8, and some of that, we don't know how much, would go to you for providing your.
I think it's a good.
Because as I know, for example, in Russia, they're banning for example, Hetzner, DigitalOcean,
Exactly.
providers, and they ban all the IP addresses, ranges from this provider. So, and here we're talking private IP,
like a human IP, just with your.
So it looks very, very attractive.
The question for wallet user guys, should this wallet do anything else than spinning up a node, claiming rewards? Should it be send tokens to other wallets? Yes, but should it be multiple tokens, like multi-chain thing? Should it be swapping it? What's the expected feature set that you who use wallets would like? Yes.
I think the most neutral token in NIM wallet is NIM token.
Yeah.
But what interests me is not using an exchange to receive its real money. Is, for example, having easy way to swap NIM or Bitcoin.
We could use like Satoshi Connect or something, right? So the vision could be that you get your money, but you could display the balance, even though it's NIM token beneath, maybe it fluctuates a bit. The balance could be, you've made $13,000, it's a bit much, or let's say it's $13. You have made $13 in dollars, but you could also maybe click something here and say, show me Bitcoin. I made, 0.001 Bitcoin. And then maybe you could have a button, maybe called cash out or something. I don't know what you want to call it. Withdraw, and then you can send it to your Bitcoin wallet, or at the end of the month, if Satoshi Connect does this, because we no longer have Bitty, send to my IBAN some money like this.
But perhaps for a fiat. But what is interesting for people that use an anonymous solution is because you receive your NIM token anonymously.
Yeah, exactly.
You just,
it's a wallet.
You just made them. Made them.
And then just if the solution is atomic swap on Monero or
some sort of atomic swap,
I think it would be the perfect match.
Yeah, that would be cool. Atomic swap.
I've got a question
yes.
Regarding this use case whereby you not only use the best VPN, but you also lend your IP to get rewards in crypto.
Yeah.
I have some sort of warning, because let's say whether I'm an 18 years old
Yeah.
and I fancy tech and I want to use the best VPN, so I download this one, or whether I'm just discussing it with my wife, and when I say, and she realized, my mom or my wife, that I'm not just using the best VPN, I'm also exposing the house IP address to the world and to possible investigators who are tracking the misdoings of criminals. And she said, what the fuck are you
We would have to have a
doing?
warning that this is maybe not.
So this is a cypherpunk use. You need to be really aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That should be hidden for the random people. No, we are. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Because you try a VPN and then if you want, you can receive money. It looks like scam, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't understand why you receive money and
So
what's
again,
the
the-
purpose.
I think right now we're thinking we're hide it down here. So there would be some button or advanced
very
setting called
advanced.
node.
Yeah.
And the other, perhaps with a wallet,
Yeah.
what is the, if you pay for a VPN, you have your service and you don't, yeah. If you lose your private key of a NYM VPN, it's not so much a problem because you change it, you perhaps lose for 1 month of VPN and it's not a big problem. But if you have the wallet, I
Different
think you
issue.
have to validate and understanding what it means to, because the money, if you lose your private key,
13K, 14K for last month.
But it's not obvious because when you use NYM today, you actually have a wallet on your phone.
Yeah.
We just don't tell you.
Yeah.
We don't let you do anything. It's empty. You know, but most people they do not know.
But it's great because you can now make a little wallet with tokens and it's fun.
I have a second question. How many people would want, so if you have a wallet, let's say I only want to use the VPN for like an hour. Would you be interested in a VPN you could pay for just like an hour? Or like a short period? Because if the wallet and the VPN are merged, right now we say subscription, 1 month, 1 year. But if you just use pure token and you use the wallet, you could buy, whatever, 50 megabytes, 500 megabytes. You could buy like just the quantity you use. Is this attractive or not attractive? It's a little confusing for people because people don't think in megabytes, but one yes?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
But
normies will be confused.
We are normies. We are not normies.
Exactly. But then again, I think, what if we all are not normies? Like, what if
maybe everyone is?
What is this
5,000?
What is this 5,000 people? It's just like us, just not sitting here with us. That's. I think that's a mistake we might make because we think that we're like 15 of us here, right? But what if all the people are like using this app because they actually understand the labor position? Because they have a growing need for more privacy, even at any UI cost at this point, in a way. So that's also very possible, but we kind of just do our best to guess if that's the case or not. Right
now we have 5,000 users-ish. In order to be sustainable, yeah, more now, I think. How much do we have now?
7.
We have 7,000? Okay,
I think
more than I thought.
No?
But
almost.
We need like 50,000. Once we're at 50,000, we're kind of sustainable for the future.
Okay.
I mean, more is better. Let's say. Minimum,
more is more.
If the goal is just having power user around the world, I think 20,000 people you find them.
Yeah, we hope.
Hopefully. But depending on the goal. If you want, have my mother.
No, I mean, mine neither. Yeah.
She needs a VPN. Just having the basic things, it's okay. It's okay like other VPN. But if they want to go further, like us, possibly because we are.
I mean, all these things you're discussing, from the wallet to this
split tunneling.
It's for super users, really.
Yeah.
Right?
But you're a super user. I want to know how you feel about this.
No, it's what I see for me. I can pay with my wallet of my own VPN.
Exactly.
Firstly.
Yeah.
And secondly, if I can earn money, it would be not a lot of money.
Yeah.
It could pay for my own VPN. I think so.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that people make it addicted because once they see they have money and they see it go up and down, and you know how it works. They get a bit, assuming it goes up.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's an in-code token. They don't just provide VPN for that.
Yeah.
The IP for that.
Exactly. Okay. Do we have any other questions?
I think maybe we can have a last round of questions or feedback or
Just some feedback.
Yes.
I've installed it the other day because I said, okay, I need to try this thing.
Yeah.
It's made in Neuchâtel. It's a good product. I need to try this. I've installed it. I'm happy with the experience in terms of installing it, playing with the VPN and so on. I'm a Mulvad user because I like.
All right. Before you go, we should get a picture. Just wait a second. Seb has to go to Geneva. Can someone get a picture of the team, briefly? So, because we don't see, he comes all the way from Geneva to be with us. What the?
Not that far.
I came from Budapest to be with Seb, Harry.
But I need the visa from Geneva.
And soon. Thank you. Okay.
Nice talking. Yeah.
À la prochaine.
I've listened to the presentations whereby I understand how the information is obfuscated and everything. Yet it's not quite clear to me, and I have not done my homework of understanding why do I need the actual great functionality of this, which make it much more than a VPN.
That's a good point.
What are the use cases for me? I'm not in Russia, France, and Switzerland is still okay at the moment. I'm not a journalist or
graffiti artist.
So it's not quite clear to me why I should adopt NIM and get rid of Mulvad, right?
So between Mulvad and NIM, Mulvad is hosting its own infrastructure, and we don't host our own infrastructure. Our infrastructure is hosted by a group of people around the world who are maybe like you or like nerds, or computer students, geeks, professors. So this is just another. This is our best feature to ensure we're not gonna.
I don't rely on a third party.
Yeah, so we don't. You don't need to believe us when we say we don't know what goes through the network because
we actually don't.
We actually don't
marketing
know.
hard,
and that's the whole design concept.
You can fork the code. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to even pay us. You can go through the smart contract. There's all this weird shit you can do.
So,
but the other thing, which we do not do enough explanation of, is that the issue is not really the Swiss government, but certain governments, definitely the US, but probably also Russia and China, can, even if you're in Switzerland, even if you're watching Mulvad, can probably de-anonymize you pretty quick. Like, because they don't even need to talk to Mulvad, they can just look at the packet flows.
The patents
Yes, and the US can definitely do this. The US could do this in 2014. This is why we built this, right? The Snowden, this is the big deal, Snowden. Because Snowden, it wasn't that Snowden didn't say, if you look very carefully, Snowden didn't say, oh, they broke the encryption, they're listening. I mean, they tried to do this. But what Snowden said, which maybe was people have forgotten, is the US government was capturing all of the packets and doing data analysis on them. I mean, now it would be Palantir. And so I think, so Switzerland is probably fine. But, Palantir, these things become, we think, Palantir can definitely do this. So we were probably the only VPN. And Palantir can even monitor Tor, all the input outputs. We know from academic papers this can be done. So you see this because all of the dark web markets, they go down again and again and again. Now you see it's very hard to run a dark web market. Not that any of you would use it, I definitely don't, but if you've noticed they've been going down. So I think the value proposition of NIM is that this is the only thing that can really defend you against this kind of a powerful American, to be honest, at the current moment, but maybe China or Russian adversary.
The other way, it's really hard to feel naked or like your hand full of dirt when you're on the internet, but actually when you're with a centralized VPN on the internet, it's kind of, you're still naked, right? To some eyes. I mean, you might not be able to track by all the cookies and the simple, algorithms out there, but if intentionally you can be observed, like right now with all the agentic and machine learning models, for sure you're being recorded, your data patterns on some levels, maybe commercial entities, maybe CEO, marketing, like whatever agencies. It's kind of like this building up these parts of you to target you more better with whatever they want to sell or your attention or like how they hook you. It's just really hard to really hard to put even myself in the position of seeing my internet life as naked or like, dirty hands. So like, how do we increase overall digital hygiene and explain everyone that we should be as private as possible and we should decide what we expose? You had a question? Yes. Yes.
You answered the way I wanted you to answer because you asked, I don't remember the question, but you say that, we do that to avoid the third party. But for me, as a communication or marketing,
You don't care.
No, it's just, it's not
Impactful?
It's not impactful.
Yeah.
When you say, okay, you use NIM because for just what you just said.
Yeah, you're naked online
now
and you can.
It's more concrete.
Yeah.
Concrete, c'est du béton.
Tangible.
More tangible.
Yeah, if emotionally.
You just have to be tangible for your friend who doesn't
care.
He knows he needs a VPN, but he doesn't really know why.
Yeah.
They need to know the story of Snowden because it's
old now.
And it was old technology.
Exactly. Now they're much better.
All right. The idea is to kill the camera and to continue with a beer, I think, because we spoke enough. Thank you so much.
It's an alpha, now the camera is killed.
And thank you. Yeah.
So this will probably come out sometime this year.